What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Good Things Take Time podcast. My name's Ethan,
And I'm Elijah.
and so since last time we didn't formally introduce ourselves, I am a junior at Texas Tech University studying education and just kind of going with the flow of things.
I'm also a junior at Texas Tech, also studying education, and just going through every day, one day at a time.
Yep.
So this podcast, we're going to talk about our college experience so far. So we'll just start off like, why did you choose Texas Tech University?
I was born and raised Red Raider. Had to, was told that Texas Tech is the best school in Texas.
It is,
And Longhorns are the worst. So
that is true.
got to go with that. And I was raised just growing up, as a Red Raider, and always just told that that's kind of where I was want to go. But obviously, you don't want to go where your parents told you. But
Yeah.
I kind of always wanted to be there. Went to plenty of football games, and so just grew up being a Red Raider, and it just never changed. And
No.
when I finally got the chance to tour Tech, I knew that's where I wanted to go. Even though it's a mile between classes.
Yeah.
it is what
It's
it
a
is.
very big
But
campus.
what about you?
Honestly, like growing up, I never knew like anything about college or like had any idea where I wanted to go. So like when it got to that time in high school, like at the time I knew I thought I wanted to become an engineer major, but really I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was really looking at A&M and
Mhm.
Texas Tech. But the only school I never toured any schools, but my freshman
You
year.
didn't tour Tech?
No, I never toured anything.
Really?
Except my freshman year, I went with my friend Ryder. His sister Callie Dotson
yeah.
came and
I
toured
remember that.
Tech, and for some reason he asked me to go. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." So I don't remember much about that tour. I just remember falling asleep in the main auditorium, and I fell. I felt like how you fall asleep and you're in a dream,
And
you
you
just
just
fall.
boom.
Yep,
Yeah.
I did that in front of everyone. Everyone looked at me.
Yep. And now you're here.
Yeah.
Now you're
And
here.
like that was the only experience I ever had with a college. And so like senior year came around and I still did not know what to do. And I remember like you were saying you're going to Tech. I was just thinking, I was kind of just talking to myself. I was like, well, I think Tech is the way I should go. And I really don't have any reason, but I feel like God just pointed me to Texas Tech. So then I finally just decided to come to Tech, and I mean it's been a blessing ever since.
Yeah. It also helps that we grew up in a small town, so like
Yeah.
just half of our school chose to go to Texas Tech.
That is
So
true. Which is good because we came in with kind of a community a little
that's
bit
true.
with
We
who we
knew a
came
couple
with.
people didn't come in blind and not know
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah, but it also helped. I don't know. I just feel like everything in my life like has got me to the point where I am right now.
No, for sure. I mean, we came in going to a church camp where obviously we knew all of our people that we grew up with at Tech, but we wanted to kind of like branch out and meet new people, and that's where we went to the foundation
Yep.
camp,
Yep.
a church camp that is for incoming freshmen, not just for Tech, but anyone around in and around Lubbock. I think LCU, what's another college? South Plains.
Yeah, yeah.
And Tech. I believe
Yeah, it's
that's
all incoming freshmen or like transferring students.
No, and that's kind of where we met a bunch of our friends and our other roommate too, Austin. That's where we found him, and that's kind of where we built our first community at.
Yeah, it was. I remember crazy because I went to my orientation as a mechanical engineer, which I don't even really know what it is, but like that day of orientation, I just had this idea to switch to civil engineering.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and I still don't know why I did it.
What is civil engineering?
You build stuff.
Yeah, but isn't
I
that
don't remember that I dropped out of that.
Okay.
But I just remember switching, and then I see this guy that went to a neighboring school, Jarrett. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I know who that is. And so we began talking, and he's the one who told me about foundation. And it's just crazy to think about, like, if I never would have just like switched my major or started with engineering, that like none of this like would have happened. Like, we never would have met the people that we have met. We never went to foundation, and like it's just crazy. Like that, just one simple thing changed our whole life.
Almost 100%. I mean, I don't know really where we'd be without like going to foundation. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I think that was crazy. We've met so many cool people through foundation.
We have.
Because I remember like leaving foundation, and we were like, "Wow, that was amazing,
a life-changing moment. For sure.
It really was. I mean, God worked crazy miracles at that camp.
He has, but I mean, we've experienced a lot with those different people, especially at like football games and stuff.
Yeah.
Which, you know, Tech football this year was all right. I
Well,
guess it was high hopes, but
high hopes. We started day like, yeah, we were gonna win it all, and
then we lost to Wyoming first week.
yep, first week on the road, come home with that L. Then was it Baylor that next week?
No, it was
No,
Oregon.
Oregon, not Baylor.
And Oregon, who was a great team this year,
Very good,
great team.
very good team.
We had them on the ropes. We were there,
dude.
And then no, not pointing fingers, of course. Tyler Shough just decides to throw it horizontally into the guys.
Maybe he was colorblind and thought their jerseys were our jerseys.
Or maybe he should just not play football anymore.
It comes a point when you get hurt every year that maybe it's just a sign. But now he's where's he going now? I forgot.
What is it?
He just transferred somewhere else. Something like
Louisville? Something weird like that.
But it's just crazy. But Baron Morton still coming,
Morton,
showing out.
You want to tell him about?
Yeah, we actually played Baron Morton in high school.
We did.
We went to Merkel. Merkel Badgers.
Merkel Badgers. Probably no one knows where that is, but we're Merkel Badgers.
We played Eastland Mavericks, and that's where Baron went to school. Yep. We played him our junior year, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a D1 quarterback. What did he put up, like 70 points on us or something? I remember something. Crazy.
As a 3A Division II school, like you play some guys, that. But like we go out there, and I'm not joking. They snap the ball, and within 3 seconds, they're already on the ball again, snapping another.
Oh yeah,
play.
I remember our defensive coordinator. He was like, "Yeah, guys, they're fast." So we practiced this fast count all week. We get in the game, we couldn't even look to our defensive coordinator because how fast their movement was, which was crazy.
He was just over there just.
I know. Honestly, I just started going, all right, we're just going to blitz right here.
Yeah, just do it. You go.
Yeah,
go
but I did sack Baron Morton.
Oh
so
my gosh.
I did sack the Texas Tech QB1.
Oh
so
gosh.
if y'all want my autograph, just let me know. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Ain't no one want that autograph, dude.
Sacked them one time, but they put up 70 points,
so
it's okay. But
they did, but it's all right.
So, we'll be better next year. We got that 5-star.
I know. What's his name?
I don't know. No names.
I don't know. I'm asking you. Yeah. No, we should be good next year.
And Taj Brooks. Taj coming back.
No,
that's clutch.
That's huge.
Great running back.
I mean, kind of reminds me of me.
Okay, dude. Yeah, 160.
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not 160, bro.
You were in high school?
I was really skinny, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, well, back to like our college experience. Like, any crazy stories you want to talk about for our first year at Tech?
I mean, like we kind of our first semester, like you walk in when you move in the like past orientation, your family leaves, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm alone.
Yep.
Like, what do I do?
You're on your own.
I remember, like, I moved in before you, and then I think 30 or an hour later, you moved in. Our families, tried to get us all moved in and stuff. They left. And I just remember, like, because our beds are the elevated beds.
Yeah,
so you were sitting on your bed. I was sitting on my bed. We were like kicking our feet around, just doing our thing, and we just like, what do we do now? Like, we just sat there for an hour.
It's a crazy experience, that transition from like your high school. It's very like scheduled, day to day, like everything's so like timing.
It's just that transition into adulthood.
Yeah,
you don't know what to do.
You have that freedom, like, but you're still under some rules. But like, you're still like, you can do whatever you want.
Really, that's what it is. And then we, our roommate, who we met at Foundation, that's that first night that we were there. We went and played volleyball with him, his girlfriend, and a couple other people that we met at Foundation. And that's just kind of how our community grew.
Yeah.
And then we found Kendrick, who lived right across the hall from us, which we didn't know.
We did.
He's over there until we played with him in our intramural flag football that year.
Yeah, which is good. Like, we just like, our community just kept growing, and like, but it's also like a tight community like that. We could depend on each other. It wasn't like just something like full of just everyone. So it was just we are very blessed to have that community coming into our first semester of Tech.
No, it was fun. I loved it. I mean, just being able to have people to depend on, and like just not like, obviously, like, we've been best friends since 8th grade, but like just having more than one person to like hang out with, I think helps out a lot. But
we hanged out with our community all the time, and now he's our roommate. That's how
I know.
That's how close that we've came since then.
No, honestly, do you remember the first time that we met Austin at Foundation?
No, I just remember he's the I just look over and I just see
Yeah.
some 6'7"
Yeah.
blonde hair, blue
Well,
eyed guy. I'm
well,
like,
so like
wow.
we show up to foundation and Austin, and at the time we didn't know anybody. It was just me and Elijah just
Yeah.
going in, just like, oh, hey. And first day, like Elijah said, we see the tallest dude we've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Because where we're from, everyone's our height and our size, and
Pretty
no one's
small.
taller than that. Yeah.
No.
And so we get there, we see Austin, and we see the girl next to him, and we think that they're siblings because they look just alike.
Blonde hair,
Blue eyes,
light eyes.
just whatever. Great, okay. Well, come to find out, they're not siblings. They're dating.
Definitely not siblings.
And so we've come to find out is that we go play what's called 9 Square, right?
Mhm.
It's 9 Square, and it's
You're gonna explain what? Oh, you got it.
yeah, it's
All
where
right.
it's like these PVC pipes in 9 squares, okay, around you, and so you have 9 people in these 9 squares, and it's kind of like volleyball in a sense.
Yeah.
You have to tap it over into the neck or into someone's square, and if they miss it or don't hit it in someone's square, then they're out.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and Elijah were in there one time, and we didn't know anybody still. And Austin, making small talk with this giant that we didn't know with, and all of a sudden, I do something stupid, and I get out his girlfriend.
Mistake.
And so I was like, oh, okay. All of a sudden, I'm like looking over at his girlfriend, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look over, and Austin's just giving me like this death glare, and I'm just like, oh, no, I messed up bad. Next time, he spikes it right on my head, and I just go right on back.
I remember because like usually like people can reach up their hands and it's like barely over the piece of PVC pipe, whatever. But he was like standing, like his head's like right at the PVC, like so he literally just
there's nothing you can do.
You just have to accept it.
Yeah, you just have to like, you know what? I'll just
hide your face.
I'll take myself out.
Yeah, I remember he used to always get everyone out who got mad at you out.
It is so bad. I mean, it's terrible. But I mean, like, just kind of going back to like how we have our own place now, and we've kind of gotten out of that dorm situation, which I think honestly is pretty important for incoming freshmen or just any college student. I think like some people hate it, which we got blessed with a good room.
We did. We have a nice room, and we also knew each other. Like
that is true.
I couldn't see myself living with a random person for
heck no
9 months.
Like if I looked over and I saw someone just like I don't know what I'd be able to do. Like it'd just be weird.
No, we definitely were blessed with our room too.
It was nice.
Control our AC and heater.
That's what I'm saying. Even though I was dead asleep, and you just said, "Hey, can you turn on the AC, please?"
Oh my gosh, dude, it get hot sometimes. And then, I remember that one night where the power went out, and I woke up and I was sweating.
I think the worst part was that like those rooms, like they were new, but the AC units themselves were not new.
Yeah,
and so our rooms stank like mold.
Yeah,
like no dorm room smells great, but ours smelled terrible.
Yeah, there's definitely something in there.
Something in there. I don't know what it was.
I remember I woke up and I'm like, man, it is hot. So I think I woke you up. Where I was like, dude, can you turn the air on? And you like started clicking it like,
yeah,
and it was not moving at all. I was like, oh my god. No. So then I finally get up and I think I went out to the hallway because our hallway lights always stayed on, and so everything was off, and I could just hear people running up and down the halls, like typical just college students.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
But I remember to go to sleep, I had to just lay against the wall because the wall was so cold, and that's the only way I could fall asleep because I was drenched in sweat.
Like I'm glad we knew each other, but like sometimes like I just wanted to like just kill you,
bro.
Like
you didn't.
I came back from a horror movie. I came back for a horror movie one night, right? And I'm a horror movie guy, and I love horror movies. Yeah. And most horror movies don't bother me at all. Actually, none of them. Like in the movie, I'll be like, "Oh, that's." But after the fact, I'm just kind of, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah,
I've grown a tolerance to them. This movie, Smile, terrible. Came in.
Yeah.
Elijah thought it'd be funny.
It was funny.
To you, not to me. I was trying to try and go to sleep. Anyways, I get in bed. I'm freaking out. Like I'm on my phone. Like I can't. I'm like checking the hallway and like going back to my phone, checking the hallway. All of a sudden, if you look it up, if you look up Smile, there's a girl on the poster of the movie, and it's the main. She's just smiling, right? It's a pretty creepy poster.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm rolling over like this, and all of a sudden, Elijah some noise comes. I thought he was asleep. It turns out he was not asleep.
Nope.
And he puts on this music, right? And I'm whatever. I roll over. Sure enough, this guy has a picture of this girl blown up on his phone, just staring right at me, dude. I'm not joking. Like, I fall out of my bed.
And you screamed too, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't do that.
Dude, you screamed. You're like, ah!
That didn't even sound like me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was funny. I laughed. That was a good one. He was so mad at me. He was so upset.
I wouldn't say upset. I was concerned. I was concerned.
Oh, dude.
Whatever, dude.
That was funny. That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was so dumb. No, I think I enjoyed our freshman year, honestly. I really did.
I too. Like, you know, tell them about like our Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah. Well, Friday the 13th is an event for like tattoo shop, most tattoo shops.
Or like, yeah, they'll do this like special thing where like on Friday the 13th, like if it occurs, some tattoos will offer $13 tattoos. And so like we have been talking about it. Like my sister had got one a couple years ago, and I'd be like, well, I've always like wanted to get one. So like, well, you know, let's just go look, and like if we like something, let's just do it. Like,
Yep.
You know, it's our freshman year. Like, let's just do it together.
Mm-hmm.
So we went, a couple of our friends. We went Friday 13th. We're driving around. We go to this one tattoo shop, and we see all these tattoos. I mean, I think it was a long wait too.
Well,
but all the tattoos were weird.
Well, we went to that one that was a long wait, and then we went to the one that we actually got it.
Yeah.
We got in. I mean, relatively.
No, it was pretty fast. I just remember like we were looking for one, and we went to this one tattoo shop. Like, oh, they don't do Friday 13th tattoos.
Yeah.
And there's this girl in the car. She's like, oh, down there.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
So we walked down there, and we walk in, and no one was in there, which is kind of like a
kind of sketchy
thing.
Kind of sketchy.
But it was a good place. So we finally decided on this sunset tattoo.
Yep, like kind of an oasis.
Yeah.
Oasis.
And we both decided to get it. You know, kind of like. It's something that we both can share for like the rest of our lives, because
well, the other ones were like a flaming skull.
Yeah,
and like
I didn't want like a spider or
it was
nothing.
just weird, like, you know, those like weird tattoos. Like,
yeah,
there was no other good ones, but like, and like, I guess we could have waited.
We could have gotten a probably.
But we were freshmen, we were dumb, and like now we're here.
You know, now we have it to remember the fact. we both have. I have it on my left leg, and Ethan has it on his right leg.
I do.
And it's a little bit different because his lady was a little bit different than my man. So my tattoos probably took like 30 minutes. His might have took like half the amount of time.
No. Yours took a good hour, and it was a good hour. Good hour, right?
It was a good time.
Yours, all of it's black.
Yeah.
And the sun in the middle is supposed to be red.
Yeah. I'll put up a picture. I'll show them the tattoos.
Yours is very fine and very dark.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
it looks like the picture.
Looks like the picture. I'm supposed to be after you, going to your guy. All of a sudden, I'm waiting my turn, and this lady comes out of her dungeon or wherever she comes from, and
somewhere
she goes
in the back, which should have been your first.
Exactly, my first red flag. I should have just said no, thanks. I'll wait. She goes, here, I can get you back here. I'm like, okay, and I go back there, and she's like, oh, she's like this. I don't know. She's kind of like our age, but just maybe a little bit older.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I'm really tired, and you're like my last customer of the day, so let's just get this done. Oh. At that point, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a problem. And our first tattoo, like, I didn't know what to think of it. Like, I didn't know how the pain scale was.
You know how people say like, yeah, tattoos hurt, but like you don't really know what the tattoo's gonna feel like until you get it.
And it depends on the placing too.
That's true.
So like, I get in there, and I think I don't know if you finish. I don't think you're finished by that time. No. So she starts, right? And Elijah has been on the table for, I think, 40 minutes at that point.
Yeah.
And she just starts going like it. Now, when he came in, he said, oh, it didn't hurt that bad. Nay. No. This guy comes in, says, oh, you're not done? I'm like almost wanting to like just.
Yeah. I remember walking in, and Ethan was like almost in tears. He's like biting like his jacket or something. He's like, came and look. That's how painful.
Elijah's tattoo total takes about an hour, 45 minutes. Mine, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Same tattoo. And I'm not looking at the tattoo. Like, I'm looking at it, but then like I'm looking at Elijah talking, trying to keep my mind off what she's doing. I look down when she finishes, and instead of my son being red, my son's black.
Yep.
My son is black.
I don't even think you realized it too. I was like, did you know your son was like? I was like, did you know that? He was like, yeah, no. He's like, I don't think she asked you. And
no,
like,
she didn't. She just did whatever she wanted.
Oh, I remember because the red heals differently than the black. Yeah. So I remember the black was all fine, and then the
Your
red was like
bubbled,
scabbed.
didn't
Yeah,
it bubble up a
yeah.
little bit? Yeah.
So my red is kind of wonky and has like maybe like a little spots, but the red does look a lot better than the black.
No, it does for sure. I was a little upset, just a little bit.
Hey, but that's something we get to share for the rest of our lives now until
Yeah.
you get it lasered off because you hate me.
What? How would I? How would I come to hate you? Exactly.
Um, you know,
I think I've thought about this.
oh yeah,
We've known each other since 8th grade, right?
mm-hmm.
And we've argued a little bit,
We've
but
had a
not like
little,
but not like full on like hate each other. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to like
yeah. I
fight
don't
you.
really hate no one.
But oh, but I think the thing that would make us like want to kill each other is if since we want to become coaches,
Oh, yep,
is if we coach at the same school, and if
it's a possibility.
if we're like, let's just say like you're offensive coordinator, I'm defensive coordinator. I think our opposing views would screw that up.
Well, I feel like because we're both so passionate about
Yeah.
what
No, 1,000%.
like what we love and what we want to do that.
1,000%.
But I feel like we wouldn't hate each other, but just get on each other's nerves a lot.
I think it would, but I don't think that should. I don't think that'll happen. I think we'll be
Nah.
at separate schools. I hope we're at rival schools. I hope that's the case.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to that. Either be Ethan or be a past coach.
Yeah, that'd be
That's on
pretty
my bucket
cool.
list.
That would be pretty cool. But since this whole episode's been about how our college experience has been, I mean, what are like 3 things that you could tell like just a college student to get through college?
Like coming into
I mean,
college.
it can be an incoming freshman or just a college student in general.
Yeah. I would be a couple of things. Like I remember, I actually wrote some of this stuff down during my freshman year to tell the incoming freshmen that we went to high school with, like Jack and Ronnie and them.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the main things I put was bring a good water bottle. Because I remember still now, everywhere I go, I bring my water bottle because I just fill it up. They have water bottle stations everywhere.
Yep.
And that's a plus because that water, and you're always the campus is so big too. You're walking across that campus or ride a bike, or if your bike gets stolen.
Well, you don't talk about that, bro. I can't believe that. I can't believe that happened.
You gotta walk.
My bike got jacked last day of school, and like I'm just sitting there like, okay. Elijah goes, "Hey, you forgot your bike. Load it up in the truck." I said, "Okay, go back. My bike lock's cut in half." Just like, okay, that's cool.
Okay, but on a real note, like some good ones. I don't feel like anyone's ever like 100% sure of what their major should be. So I'd be like, if you're having doubts, I mean, really think about it. Cause like I came to college as an engineer, but honestly, and like deep down, I knew I did not want to be an engineer, but I kind of was just doing what other people had told me what to do. So like I spent that whole first semester just like regretting every decision. I was like, I did not want to continue being it. So like me and Ethan actually had a talk one night about it, like because Ethan also didn't come to tech as an education major.
Came in as a kinesiology major, which is like kind of going into PT, OT stuff.
And I remember one night we had a talk. We were outside my girlfriend's dorm. We were just talking. We were like, honestly, dude, like I don't want to be an engineer. And like I want to like pursue like teaching and coaching. Like that's what like my heart, like that's what I want to do. And he was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So that first semester we both decided to switch our majors, and like it's been great ever since. Like I've loved every minute of being an education major, and like my workload is not as heavy, but like I also enjoy like all my classes and like the people in it, and I just like really enjoy like that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. But like it's never too late to change. Like don't just be something that other people want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first advice. You got anything?
Dude, that's pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. That was pretty good.
Hey.
That should be like a book. That was pretty good.
No, I've had a lot of thought about it. Like, cause I mean, it was a big thing in my life. Like growing up, I'm pretty good at math. I've always been good at math.
You're decently good at math. Whatever.
And I've always just told that I was gonna do something big, something great, something I need to do.
You're gonna
NASA.
solve world hunger.
I'm gonna be a president. Something crazy. Like
kid president. Yeah. Yeah.
That's foul.
Sorry, my bad.
And I was like, well, in my mind, I always just like loved like helping others with math and love coaching. I just love sports. I love being that type of person. Yeah. But I just always felt like I had a need to do something bigger than what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, it's just you and God, and
that is
just
true.
do what you want.
That's true. Those are some good tips,
What
actually.
about you?
Kind of like you. Just I think one thing, like, because a lot of people come in not having, like, we got lucky, obviously, like
Yeah.
we came in together, but like I think having like when you get to your school, like that first day is critical. Like
It is.
you can choose to stay in, and like that first week, I'd say instead of like the first day, I'd say that first week is pretty critical. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to go out and form a community,
Yep.
whether that's one person or two or 15. Like you have to go out and form a
Yeah,
community. I think
you can't be alone.
no, you can't. Like whether it be at a church, in a class, or like just playing sports. Like it really doesn't matter. Like I think that is a very important, is creating a community that like helps you and
I
betters
agree.
you.
I agree. 'Cause I know a bunch of people who just struggle because like they don't have anyone except themselves, and
Yeah,
like college
exactly.
is already so hard, and you're away from your family. You've never like been on this like this independent route by
Yeah.
yourself. So like it's important for you to have like that group for you to rely on, or like to help pick you up when something happens. But if you're by yourself, you don't have any of that.
Oh, 1000%. And I think another good tip is that, I mean, kind of like what you said, you came in as a civil engineer, mechanical engineer, and then you switched it. I think you got to do really what you love and
Mm-hmm.
not what other people tell you to do,
Yep.
because the old saying goes, do what you love. At the end of the day, no matter what pay the job gets
Yeah.
you. I mean, yeah, money. Money can't buy happiness. I mean, that's
Can't.
the thing. So I think trying one, creating that community. Two, just picking a major that you can see yourself doing in like 50 years from now,
Yep.
and still enjoying it at that time. And I think my third option is just have fun. Like not like
Enjoy it.
they say college is like the best years of your life, and I mean you know I think regardless of wherever you're at in your life, you can make it the best time of your life.
Yeah.
But like this is a good time, especially start like jump starting your life
Yeah.
in this time, and
Yeah. I
like
mean, like it's basically just a whole fresh new
exactly,
start. Like most cases, like you don't know anyone, no one knows you. Like you
exactly,
can just be free, be who you
no,
are.
1000%. I think just having doing something that you love, and just going out with your friends, just hanging out, or and just not doing anything stupid, but
Yeah.
just doing something. And even if you're not in college, like just if you came out of high school, or just working, I mean that's still as good. Just
Yeah.
go out and make connections with people.
Yeah. Because college isn't for everyone.
It's
Like
not.
it's not like my dad. He didn't go to college.
Oh, Joe,
Oh, Joe. I
Joe,
mean,
Joe,
he's
Joe.
doing good. Like it's not for everyone. And if
It's
you
not.
get in it and you don't like it, like you don't feel like it's for you, just let it
You
go.
know.
You can always come
Yeah.
back to
I
college.
mean, we know a couple of people that are just working right now,
I
and
do.
they're
Yeah,
doing pretty good
a
for
bunch of our
themselves.
friends. They were
Exactly.
just straight out of high school, went to the work field, and they're doing great.
They're doing great, and I think that's just kind of like what I said. Just do what you love.
Yeah.
If that's not college isn't for everyone, then don't listen to obviously listen to your parents, but like
Yeah.
don't if they're forcing you to do something,
At the end of the day, it's what you want to do.
exactly. I mean, I think those are some good tips. Honestly, I
That was good.
think we should write a book.
That- well, I honestly I don't even know the last time I read a book, which is pretty bad.
I mean, last time you don't read a book, what is that even
Like a
supposed to?
full book, like I sat down and like like for like an English class, read the book because like in high school
Okay, well, first off,
did
you're
not read a
dyslexic.
book. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Second off, you speak broken English.
I came from Mexico. That's why.
You didn't. You didn't come from Mexico at all. You were born and raised here. Not even close. You
I was.
may be brown, but you're not from Mexico.
Hey, we don't know that.
No, I know that.
Do you though?
Yes, I know that.
Well, that's besides the fact.
It's not. No, I think that sums up our whole college experience.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
I mean
you know
we're just going one
this
day
year.
at a time
Yeah,
right now.
this year's been just as good,
It
if not
has,
better.
if not better. It's pretty plus being our house now. Like the dorms were, it was good for that first year,
Mm.
but after one
No,
year,
I
I
love
think
our
it's
house.
good.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. But no, I think that's good.
I think we're done.
I think so. Well, we
Well,
thank y'all for listening in for
if y'all are
episode
still
two.
here,
If y'all are still here, of course. Listening in for episode two. We are planning on trying to get a couple guests on here
we
in the
are.
near future.
maybe our next episode, you might see someone.
Perhaps made a little snippet,
Might drop a little trailer,
a little trailer, a little snippet. But anyways, we thank y'all for listening in, and we're just gonna continue to try and get more experience because this is a new territory for us.
It is.
I mean, we are
never done anything like this before.
No, and we're not great conversationalists either.
This is probably like most I've ever talked.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
I honestly didn't even start talking that much till college.
That is true. You've gotten good, and I'm proud of you.
I've gotten a pretty good. I'm trying to branch out of my shell a little bit.
Work on my crack out of that shell.
Trying to work on my what's it called? Talking skills, I guess.
Communication skills.
I guess that's a better word.
That is a better word.
I don't know, but I think we're doing pretty good, I guess.
Well, you know what they say.
You know what they say.
Good things take time.